What's up guys, welcome to Film Trash. Today I'm showing you the second half of my Steelbook collection. Now if you haven't seen the first half of this, you can check it out at the link above, or you can check it out at the link in the description below. So let's just jump right back in where we left off with Howl's Moving Castle. And then we've got Inception. Next up is Inglorious Bastards, which I just picked up this month. And then we've got a really cool edition from Plain Archive. It is I Saw the Devil. If you haven't seen this movie, it is an amazing Korean film. This is a really cool slipcover edition. It's got Choi Min-sik, who, if you don't know who that is, he is the main character from Oldboy, my favorite movie. Yeah, just absolutely fantastic movie. Highly recommend seeing it. Alright, next up we've got Isle of Dogs. Jaws. The Joker. Kiki's Delivery Service. And Kill Bill Volumes 1 and 2. Alright. Next up we've got Leon the Professional. And the Leprechaun 7-film collection. And then we've got a couple of big sets here. The Lord of the Rings trilogy, which is really cool, comes in this really big case with all 3 steelbooks. So, very cool. And then of course you have to have The Hobbit as well. Really cool sets. Alright, and then we have Lovecraft Country, which I'm a big fan of H.P. Lovecraft. I haven't read this book, and I haven't gotten around to watching the series yet. I really need to get around to watching it sometime soon. The steelbook's pretty cool. It actually has reversible, so you can have that cover, or you can flip it around and have this cover. Pretty cool steelbook. And then we have Mad Max Fury Road. And this is the Titans of Cult. Another one of the plastic case ones. It comes with a pin, which again I have the pin on my vest. So, and this is the steelbook itself. Very cool. It actually comes with another miniature steelbook, which is what had the pin in it. So you can kind of see that here. It's like a miniature steelbook. Very cool. I love Titans of Cult. They put up some really cool steelbooks. So. And then we've got Mandy, which is a really great film. I'm not really a big fan of Nicolas Cage. He does a really good job in this film. I love the director of this, Panos Cosmatos. His first film, Beyond the Black Rainbow, really fantastic film, and I wish they would come up with a better edition of that. But alright, next we have Mortal Engines. I actually thought this movie was okay, not the greatest, but I decided to go ahead and pick up the steelbook anyways. Then we've got Mortal Kombat. This is the one that just came out recently and has the reversible cover. So you've got Scorpion, or you've got Sub-Zero. Of course, I'm a Scorpion fan myself, so. Then we've got Mortal Kombat Legends, Scorpion's Revenge. This is an animated film. As well as Mortal Kombat Legends Battle of the Realms. Then we have Motel Hell. Again, very cool artwork. A lot of these Scream Factory steelbooks have really cool artwork. I really like them. The movie itself was okay. It was a little too cheesy for me, but still cool steelbook. And then My Bloody Valentine. Then we've got a couple more Studio Ghibli steelbooks. We have My Neighbor Totoro. And Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. Next up we have The Nightmare Before Christmas, which is my favorite animated film from Tim Burton. Alright, next up we've got One Cut of the Dead. I've heard a lot of good things about this one, but I haven't watched it yet. Perfect Blue. Another one where I've heard a lot of good things about it, just haven't gotten around to watching it yet, so. Pet Cemetery. This is actually the original, not the remake. I haven't seen the remake, and I am honestly not that interested in it. I love the original, it's great, and pretty cool slipcover edition, so. Couple more Studio Ghibli steelbooks. We've got Ponyo, and Porco Rosso. Alright, next up we have Prince of Darkness. I've got a few of these John Carpenter steelbooks from Shout Factory. Very cool. Love the artwork. This is one of the few Studio Ghibli films I actually have seen, and it's Princess Mononoke. Really great film. Psycho. Can never go wrong with Alfred Hitchcock, especially Psycho. Pulp Fiction. Not a big fan of the artwork on this steelbook. I feel like there could be a lot more going on, but good movie, so. And Pumpkinhead, another really cool Shout Factory steelbook. Alright, next up we've got A Quiet Place. You can see it's got this really cool embossing for the scratches. And of course, A Quiet Place Part 2. Next up we've got Rad. This is another really cool slipcover edition. So it's actually got Rad printed on the slipcover itself. Reanimator. This is a pretty cool steelbook from Arrow Video. Great movie as well. Another Alfred Hitchcock film, we've got Rear Window. And then we have Reservoir Dogs, which is one of my favorite Tarantino films. Ring. This is the original Japanese one. This is from Arrow Video as well. RoboCop, another Arrow Video steelbook. And Rocky Horror Picture Show, the 45th anniversary steelbook. Alright, next up we have Saw. This is the unrated steelbook for the first movie. This again has a really cool slipcover. And then we have the Saw collection, which has all of the movies up to Jigsaw. And then of course, Spiral from the Book of Saw. Another one with a cool slipcover. I know Spiral gets hated on a lot, but personally I thought it was pretty decent. Better than Jigsaw by far. I won't go into why right now, but maybe a video for the future. So, all right. Next up is Scarface. Schindler's List. Scott Pilgrim versus the World. The Scream Steelbook that just came out just recently. I just picked it up last Tuesday, so. The Secret World of Arrietty. The Shape of Water. I really love the artwork on this Steelbook. And The Shawshank Redemption. Okay, next up we've got Snatch. And one of the few DVDs I have in my collection, the Spawn animated series DVD Steelbook. This is actually the first Steelbook I ever bought, and I did not know that it was going to be a Steelbook. So, pretty cool. It's a little beat up, but still really cool. I love the animated series. I wish there was more of it. Then we've got, so this was Spider-Man and the Amazing Spider-Man. It came in a box set, and they actually put, I don't know, they had it set up in a weird way I didn't really like. And the Steelbooks actually didn't have anything written on the spines because they came in a plastic box that was kind of flimsy and didn't really stay together very well. But I went on eBay and was able to buy spine magnets, which just stick right on there. So I put all the discs that made sense together in the cases together. So very cool. If you were to pick that up, I would recommend getting the spine magnets and setting them up the way I have it. I think it looks better. So. Alright, and then we have Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And another Studio Ghibli film, Spirited Away. Taxi Driver, great film, highly recommended. Tenet. I went and saw this in theaters and actually really enjoyed it, so. Then we have 2 copies of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but I really like the artwork on both of them, so decided to pick them up. And it's my favorite horror film, so. Next up is They Live. Really great John Carpenter film. Probably one of my favorite John Carpenter films. This and The Thing are probably my 2 favorites. So, and of course, speaking of The Thing, we have The Thing Steelbook. This is another one that's gotten a lot of different cool Steelbook designs. I just didn't bother to pick up any other ones besides that one. Train to Busan. Another great Korean film. And if you've been watching the recent Squid Games that came out on Netflix, you might even recognize a character in there. So, all right. Then we have the Tremors 6 movie collection. Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I really like the artwork on that one, as well as the back. Very cool. Us. Vertigo from Alfred Hitchcock. V for Vendetta. Another really cool edition. Can't remember if this was Plain Archive or which company put this out. I don't think it was Plain Archive. Yeah, it's a very cool edition of The Wailing. This is the slipcover, and it's got like some art cards and some other cool stuff, and booklet, and of course the Steelbook. Another Korean film. This one I have not gotten around to watching yet, but hopefully soon. And The Warriors. Really great film. If you haven't seen it and you want to watch it, I recommend watching the theatrical cut, not the director's cut. I think most people agree with me that the director's cut just isn't as good. So, alright, next up we've got Watchmen, the director's cut. This one actually I got from Half Price Books. It's got a little bit of residue on there I need to clean off still, but Waterworld. Whiplash. There's actually a pretty cool 4K OneClick box set that I would like to pick up for this. I missed out on it when it was originally released, unfortunately, and they're pretty expensive on eBay, so haven't picked one up yet. But a couple more Studio Ghibli steelbooks. We've got Whisper of the Heart. And The Wind Rises. Next up, we've got a few XMen steelbooks. Now I have the original XMen trilogy. So you've got XMen, X2 XMen United, and XMen The Last Stand. As for the second trilogy, I do not have them on Steelbook. I do have them on Blu-ray with actually the slipcovers that came out around the time Deadpool came out. So it actually has Deadpool's face for the characters instead of the regular characters. Kind of just goofy little slipcovers, but I do have Dark Phoenix on Steelbook. And Logan. As well as the New Mutants. I like the artwork for this one, but the movie itself is not that great. And then we've got the last two in my main collection, which is Zombieland and Zombieland Double Tap. So that is the main bulk of my collection. I do have 9 more steelbooks to show you guys, but those ones are special, which is why I saved them for last. So I'm going to start with this one. This is my Akira OneClick. So if you're not familiar with a OneClick, it is essentially a premium release where they will put out a steelbook and then they will give you a couple different options for slipcovers. And if you choose to get the OneClick, you will get usually 3 copies of the movie, one with each of the different slipcovers, and then those will usually fit inside of another bigger box. So as you can see here, this is the main box, and then you've got the 3 different slipcovers. So for the Akira one, you've got this slipcover, which is really, really cool. I absolutely love it. This is actually lenticular, so yeah, very cool. Then you've got this slipcover, and this slipcover. Again, I really love the artwork on these. And then a couple of them come with like booklets that have just information about the movie and whatnot. And then they all have the same steelbook. So Very cool. I love OneClicks. I would love to add more to my collection at some point. They're just very spendy. If you don't pick them up immediately, they usually go for quite a bit on eBay. The only one that I actually picked up upon its initial release is what I'll be showing you at the end here. That one cost me about $150 originally. Buying them on eBay, they tend to go for a lot more, so that's why I don't have very many of them. So the next one that I have is for the movie Drive. Now this one is really, really cool because it actually has a jacket that fits over the box that looks like the jacket he wears in the movie. So very, very cool. It even zips up and everything. So, alright. So you take that jacket off, then you've got the actual box. Very cool artwork. And then of course you've got your 3 different slipcover editions. So we've got this one. There's the lenticular cover. And then another double lenticular, so it's actually lenticular on the front and on the back. And then again you've got like a little booklet with some just information and stuff about the movie and the actual steelbook itself. And again, it just all slips inside of this bigger steel, or inside of this bigger case. This is the only one I've seen that has like a jacket that goes over the top. I think there are some other ones, I'm not 100% sure, but I just think this is really cool, having the jacket that goes around it. Alright. And I should point out too that these are limited edition. So actually the Akira one is, I'm not sure, I think it was 300 or 400 made, something like that. I have number 188, if you can see that. And then for Drive, this one was out of 600 and I have number 174. Usually people don't really care too much about which number they get. Unless you're getting number 1 or number 600, then people usually don't care too much. I guess lower numbers are kind of more preferred by some people. Me personally, I don't really care. The last one I'm going to show you is my last OneClick, and this one is my favorite. It is Jordan Peele's Us. Now, if you've seen the movie, you may know that the number 11 has some meaning in the movie, and it just so happens that I happen to get limited of 400, number 11. So, very cool. I really love this box set as well. Rather than just being a normal slipcase where they just slide out the end, with this one it actually opens up from the side here. And then you've got a booklet on top, and then 3 steel books. So I'll go ahead and pop this open. So the booklet, this is a very thick booklet too. I haven't even read it yet. A lot of cool stuff in there though. And then you've got the actual steelbook and slipcovers. So this is the first slipcover. The lenticular slipcover. And another lenticular slipcover. Really, really cool edition. Like I said, one of my favorites, topped only by maybe my Old Boy edition that I showed you in yesterday's video. But this is such a cool edition. This is the actual Steelbook itself. And then, of course, the Steelbook itself comes with another little booklet. Each one of them does, so really cool. Absolutely love this. Yeah, I know a lot of people like Get Out more than they like Us. For me personally, I think Us is a better film. That's just my opinion. Not saying that's right or wrong. You're welcome to have your own opinion about it, and I will not tell you you're wrong. So, but for me, this movie is incredible. And this is absolutely one of my favorite editions that I own. But I would like to get more OneClicks eventually. But that does it for my Steelbook collection. That is all 203 Steelbooks that I currently own. I'm always buying more. I love Steelbooks. And looking forward to getting more in the future. So if you guys like this video and you want to see more of this stuff, hit the like and subscribe buttons. Hit the notification bell. And I'll see you guys next time.